Daughters built this bloodline. Voiceover script. Narrator. It was early morning. A woman named Mara walked out of the village gate. She carried everything she owned on her back. Behind her walked her 3 daughters Nora, Wren, and little Liz. The village elder Cobb stood at the gate and watched. No one said goodbye. The gate closed behind them. REN. Where are we going, Mama? MARA. Forward. REN. But that's not a place. MARA. It will be. Narrator. 2 years before this day, Mara's husband Ansel had died of fever. She was called to the village hall. The hall was full of men. There was no chair for Mara. She stood. Cobb. Your husband is gone, Mara. The farm must pass to his bloodline. MARA. I am his bloodline. My daughters are. Cobb. Harrod law requires a male heir. The land will go to Ansel's brother. MARA. I plowed that field myself. I kept that farm running through the drought while Ansel was sick in bed for 6 weeks. I want to see the deed. I signed it too. Cobb. A wife's signature is only a witness signature. It gives you no title. MARA. You have already decided. This is not a discussion. This is a notification. Narrator. Mara picked up her shawl and walked out. 2 years later, she was on the road with her daughters. They reached a crossroads. One road led north to family. One road led south to nobody. Nora. Uncle Pell is north, Mama. MARA. Yes. Nora. You are not going north, are you? MARA. We don't go anywhere. We have to be grateful just to sleep inside. Narrator. They went south. Around the same time, a man named Elias rode into Harrod. He was a deputy. He wore a badge that had lost its shine. He carried no gun that anyone could see. He went into the general store. Cobb was there. Cobb. Help you, stranger. Elias. Deputy Elias out of Callum's Crossing. I need to see your title registry. Just a land deed matter. Narrator. While Elias stood there, he heard 2 women whispering. Words floated across the room. Daughters, cast out, no heir. Elias said nothing, but he listened, and he remembered. He rode south toward Callum's Crossing, and there at the stone well he saw Mara drawing water. Her daughters were building a wall out of flat stones, not playing, building. Elias slowed his horse. Elias. Will that wall hold? Nora. Better than the last one. Elias. What happened to the last one? Nora. We built it in a hurry. This one we are building right. Elias. Afternoon, you come from Harrod. MARA. What is it to you? Elias. Not much, I'm just coming from there myself. Deputy Elias. MARA. I know what deputies do. They enforce other people's arrangements. Elias. Sometimes. Sometimes they just carry paper from one place to another and hope it lands right. Narrator. He rode on. REN. I liked him. MARA. You like everyone. REN. Not Elder Cobb. Narrator. The next morning, Mara was loading her cart when a rider came in fast from the north. His name was Pharaoh. He was Cobb's man. Pharaoh. Mara of Harrod. MARA. Not of Harrod anymore. Pharaoh. Cobb says those tools in your cart belong to the Ansel estate. MARA. Those tools were my father's. He gave them to me before I was married. They were never part of any estate. Pharaoh. Cobb says otherwise. Narrator. Pharaoh stepped closer, then Elias stepped forward, calm, unhurried. Elias. Tools gifted before marriage are the owner's property under county law. Did she sign a transfer of title? Pharaoh. Cobb said. Elias. Cobb is in Harrod and I am here. The tools are hers. Ride back and tell him that. Narrator. Pharaoh got on his horse and rode away. Mara. You didn't have to do that. Elias. I know he was wrong though. Mara. Most of them are, doesn't usually stop them. Narrator. That night Mara made a fire. The girls fell asleep one by one. Little Liz had curled up against Elias like she had known him for years. He noticed. He didn't move. Mara watched from across the fire. Mara. You have children. Elias. No. Mara. Brothers, sisters. Elias. 5 of them. My mother ran the family mill alone after my father left. I was 9. I was the oldest. She fed 6 of us for 11 years, built a second mill wheel when she needed more, trained 2 hired men herself. Mara. Did people respect her? Elias. Some did, the others just called it luck. Mara. They always call it luck. Elias. You signed the deed, the title deed for the farm. Mara. I did the day we married. Elias. Under county law, a co-signatory on a title deed holds equal ownership. It doesn't matter what Harrod calls it. I need to see that deed. The county keeps a copy in Marath, and Marath does not answer to Elder Cobb. Mara. Why would you do this for us? Elias. My mother built a bloodline by herself, and nobody ever called it a bloodline worth anything. I am tired of that being the rule. Narrator. The next day, Elias rode back to Harrod. He walked into the village hall and put a document on the table. Elias. I pulled the Ansel Mara title deed from the county registry in Marath. Mara's name is on line 3, co-signatory, not witness. Under county law, she holds equal title to that land. Cobb. We have our own laws here, deputy. Elias. You have customs. The law belongs to the county. You don't get to choose which one applies when it suits you. Cobb. That woman produced no male heir. Those girls carry nothing worth passing on. Narrator. Then a chair scraped at the back of the room. An old woman named Hannah stood up. Beside her 2 other old women stood as well. 3 women in the back of a room full of men who had forgotten they were there. Hannah. My mother built the granary, the one your grain is sitting in right now, Elder Cobb. She built it with her own hands. No one ever asked her name. The woman beside me, her grandmother dug the well on the North Road. 2 hired men quit on her and she finished it herself with her daughter. The woman beside her, her mother, ran this hall as a clinic for 8 years when there was no doctor. She knew every child in Harrod by name before their fathers did. You ask what makes a bloodline, I will tell you. Every wall in this village, every harvest, every name that any of you carry. Somewhere behind it, a woman who worked without being asked, without being thanked, and without being remembered. Daughters built this bloodline, Elder Cobb, all of it, every last stone. Narrator. The room was silent. Cobb looked at the deed, then at the women, then at the men beside him who were not going to help him. Cobb. We will honor the deed. Elias. I will note the resolution in the county record. Thank you for your time. Narrator. Elias walked out. He found Mara at the crossroads and stood before her. Elias. The deed is honored. The land is yours. Narrator. Mara sat down and put her face in her hands, not crying, just breathing, just allowing herself one moment she had not allowed since the gate closed behind her. The next morning, Mara and her daughters walked back to Harrod. The gate was open. Mara did not look for apologies. She looked at the land, the field, the fence post she had salted herself. Then she looked at her daughters. Liz reached up and took her hand. They walked through the gate. At the same time, Elias was riding south. He did not look back. Then Mara's voice carried across the morning air. Mara. Elias, what do I tell them you did? Elias. Tell them the law did it. Mara. That is not a full answer. Elias. Tell them the law did it. I just reminded it where it left its boots. Narrator. He rode south. Mara turned back to her land. She pulled her sleeves up, and she got to work. She was cast out of the village for bearing only daughters, but he said daughters built this bloodline. The end.